house leaders of Ermine Primary Academy, and today we're here to talk about our responsibilities as a house leader.
We became a house leader by doing presentations to the whole school to try and persuade them to choose us as house leaders.
What sort of presentations did you do?
PowerPoints, and we said why we would be a good leader, and we just persuaded them.
We got separated into house groups so no teams were mixing with others. It was just your house team's choice of who they wanted to be their house captain.
So how did you get chosen in the end after you presented and they decided you? How did they decide that you were the best candidate?
So you just had to write about your outstanding attitudes and what you would do for your house teams in order for them to choose you.
And they voted on this little card thing.
Yeah, there was a sheet of paper and it said all of our names who went up to be elected for house leader, and we got picked because we got the most votes.
So what are your responsibilities as house leaders?
We show around visitors in the school, and we help out at parents' evening open evenings.
So we also, on Fridays, we go around the school collecting house points that we've earned, ready to celebrate who's got the most house points.
And our responsibilities are to be a role model to the year groups in the rest of the school.
So tell me more about what you would do at parents and open evenings.
We show parents around the school, and if they don't know where their child's class is, we just take them to the class and show them around the school.
And also we collect questionnaires to ask the parents and how we could improve the school or what they enjoy about it.
So you collect the opinions of the parents who come to visit.
Yeah.
So explain a little bit more about what you do for the Achievers Assemblies each week.
We go around and we collect them, and we also set up everything. We have a cup. We also have ribbons, and they announce who's fourth, third, second, or first, and then we put our things in if we're fourth, third, or second, and then the person that's first, they put a bow thing.
So that's a cup for the house that has earned the most house points over that week, and they're the points that you collect up on that Friday. You mentioned ribbons. Are they certain colours or do they represent something?
They represent our house teams.
So could you go, if we start with you, could you tell us what house you represent and what colour your ribbons are?
I represent Brayford, and my house team colour is blue.
I represent Stoneborough, and my house team colour is yellow.
I represent Ricehome, and my house team colour is green.
I represent Newport, and my house team colour is red.
So you've all got something with you that represents either your house or one of your responsibilities. So if we start with you, and because you've got a book, explain to us what that is.
This is the book of house points. When we add up all the house points, we that final one, we then put the results in here for fourth, third, second, and first.
So once we've put them in, Mr. Barnard will add the totals up and put them on the website, and then if you come fourth, you place your ribbons into the cup, and then third, same thing, second, same thing, and then third, and then if you're first, you get to tie your ribbons around the handles of the cup.
And to represent our house team, we have house leader badges, and they represent the colour of our house team and the name of our house team.
This is the House Point Cup and that we have every week for the winner. And as Rise Home said, we put all of our ribbons in the order of who won, and then the winner gets to tie a bow around the handles of the cup to show that they've won this week.
Talk to us about some of the other things you've been involved with, such as interviews or showing visitors around the school.
So the interviews are when we have like a new teacher that wants a job here. We ask them questions that we want to know about them, and if they'll be like, we kind of like ask them what age group they want to work with.
So we also come up with like our very own questions, what like we would like as a teacher, and then afterwards we get together and we have a talk about like who we would want as a teacher and whose class we think they would suit best in.
When we show people around the school, it's normally for like parents' evening or opening days, and like we show the parents all around the school and tell them what we do here.
Have you shown anyone around who wants to come and work here?
We showed when we were doing the interviews for the new teachers. We showed them around the school and showed them around all the individual classes.
And what sort of things do you talk to them about?
Like what they learn down in that key stage, or like what they expect
And
what to expect.
also we show them what's displayed on the walls and what year group did it and what we were learning about and what's displayed.
We tell them about science weeks and things like that, which are really fun to do because we do like lots of really fun experiments and we get to test them out.
And there's also a lot of artwork on the walls. Do the visitors like to talk about that when they go around?
Yeah, sometimes. We told them about how it is, like, who did it and all.
Because we have like a lot of weeks, because we had art week a few weeks ago. Now we've got financial capability week ready for the summer fair in next month.
Do you think you inspire other children in the school?
Yes, because like the year fives, they might want to be a house leader when they're older, so we want to be the best role model we can.
And we inspire them by our outstanding attitude to learning.
Hello, now we've just been talking to your house leaders. We've got representatives of 2 different houses here. Which house are you in?
Stoneville.
What is it about your house leader that inspires you?
She's well responsible and good
Okay,
personality.
that's a lovely reason. And you're all in Rise Home, aren't you? So what is it about your house leader that inspires you?
She's a good role model and I look up to her because she's kind and caring.
Anything else?
She's very responsible.
She always sits nicely next to the sun.